This video is sponsored by Gotchi. Gotchi is a really cool mix-up of multiple blockchain features including gaming, NFTs and DeFi. Fundamentally how it works is you have to take some tokens, they're called A tokens, they're created by the Aave DeFi protocol, and you use those to mint an Gotchi. An Gotchi is like a Tamagotchi but on the blockchain, and it kind of lives around. You have to kind of look after it, and you can play games with it, and you can get wearables for it and do the kind of cool things that we'd expect to do with it with a kind of living blockchain NFT. But what's interesting is it always has a value because you've taken some of these A tokens to mint it in the first place, and the A tokens always gain an interest rate, so the value goes up. Of course, the value also arises from how the project is developing and the cool things you can do with it. So it's a kind of best of both worlds. It's really cool. I suggest you check it out at aavegotchi.com. Thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. This is the YouTube channel all about blockchain games, so please subscribe if you're interested in that. So the news we got today is pretty interesting, like all news, of course, but this is this is kind of interesting in a different way. We haven't really seen this sort of stuff happening before. So it's about a game called Age of Rust. And Age of Rust has actually been around for a long time. So actually development started out, or it was announced in 2014 actually, so that's a long time ago in blockchain space. Probably one of the earliest blockchain games at that stage. But it's basically at that point was like a one-man band. So a lot of the development has happened with a very small number of people. So it's been in development for a long time, and it's gone through a few kind of interesting kind of cycles. It's always been a kind of sci-fi kind of first-person shooter type game, but it's always had this strong idea of kind of having puzzle elements in there. So they have had a few kind of releases of these kind of puzzle kind of systems in there, but that wasn't the full game. This now we have got a formal release date. I think this is not, as with all these things, it isn't like the full game coming out. These games kind of, something playable comes out. Really, this is, I guess, best seen as a beta. But it comes out and then kind of extra things are added. So we can see here 19th of March on Steam. So it's a PC game. From memory, I think it uses the Unreal Engine. Could be wrong on that, but it's that sort of game. PCs at the ready. Obviously add it to your wish list. We'll go and have a look at that in a minute. But what's interesting about Age of Rust, because it has this kind of a concept of puzzles, is what they did at the start of the game's development. They put a certain amount of tokens into the game in terms of these puzzles that will be available for people who are playing to then go and claim. So you can see here they put in 24 Bitcoin and 370,000 engine coin. And that originally was about $20,000, and now it's getting on for, well, it will be over $1 million now, I would think, because both Bitcoin's gone up and engine coin's gone up a lot over the last week. So basically you've got what was quite a small amount of money a long time ago, now like $1 million. Obviously the price looks like it's continuing to go up. So this is kind of interesting in a sense that it kind of is playing into the whole kind of crypto thing. What's interesting also, I think, is that when you download the game, you're just it's not a blockchain game in the sense that you're not playing on a blockchain. You're playing a normal centralized game with these blockchain elements built into it. And one part of this is these kind of puzzles. The other thing is there are it uses the engine network. So the engine platform, really should say. So the engine platform is a development platform which is linked to Ethereum. So Engine actually sort of has its own sidechain, its own kind of blockchain technology that links to Ethereum, but it has the NFTs in the game are basically at the moment at least hosted on the Ethereum blockchain. I think they can be moved across to this kind of sidechain with Engine. And what's interesting with Engine is Engine is a token, an ERC20 token, a standard Ethereum token. But what they've done is when you create NFTs using Engine, you kind of lock some of these Engine coins into the NFT. So at the moment, when you create an NFT, you just create basically the artwork. There's no underlying asset to it. The value of the NFT is created by the market around it. But with Engine stuff, you can actually create value. So you could basically create an NFT, and every NFT has $100 worth of value in it. Obviously, you have to put the $100 worth of Engine coin into it. In the first place, but it's quite a nice kind of system, and other people are kind of looking to do that as well. So as well as this kind of prize pool here, we can see there are over 10 million Engine coins locked into these NFTs. and 10 million engine coins is currently about $4 million. So potentially we've got about $5 million worth of value locked in to this game. In terms of the main Bitcoin element to it, just highlight it up here. So this is a little bit. You can't just kind of wander into the game and pick them up. So the game is going to launch in seasons, as blockchain games seem to be doing at the moment. So basically blocks of content that can be completed by people, and then the next one comes out. So I guess we know what seasons are. So 20 Bitcoin is locked as a bounty at the end of the 3 seasons. So we're not quite sure how long that's going to take. But the other 4 Bitcoin and the NFT bounties are can just, as you play the game, you can unlock them. In order to do that, you need a engine wallet. So you can it's a mobile wallet that you can looks like you can kind of connect to your game, and you can use that to kind of hold these NFTs. And actually there are existing Age of Rust NFTs currently on the Engine marketplace, and they're really cheap. Unfortunately, the gas fees for Ethereum are really expensive, so it looks like they're still on the main Ethereum blockchain. They're not being taken over to the Engine kind of side chain, which would obviously mean you wouldn't have any gas fees. Hey ho, that's how things go. So, but it is interesting. We are seeing a lot of interest around NFTs at the moment. So particularly CryptoPunks has look like they're going to do $1 million worth of NFT sales anytime soon, and lots of other projects focused on NFTs. This is kind of doing both. This has NFTs with existing value in, also has basically giving away Bitcoin. So it'll be interesting to see in that kind of situation how this, basically what is a marketing campaign, giving away money to get people to play the games, how that works. Particularly on something like Steam, which is obviously millions of people have access to Steam and play the game. So we'll have a look at that. So we're interested in that. Let's have a quick look at the Wishlist page on Steam. Okay, so here we go. This is the Age of Rust page on Steam. It's actually listed as an adventure game here, a sci-fi action adventure game. So we can just see some of the footage here. So actually, I said first person. Maybe that's me making things up. It looks like looking like third person anyway. So we've got some kind of information around here, and obviously, if you log into Steam, you can add it to your system. It's a single player game. So the blockchain is kind of creating this kind of not creating a multiplayer element, but creating the kind of the enabling kind of system around what would otherwise be a single player game. Oh, there was some first person stuff there. Just looking at different videos. So. Yeah, so I guess sign up to your wish list and see, maybe you'll be lucky and win some Bitcoin. It's interesting to see what the Bitcoin price will be by then. I'm also always interested with Steam. It's not very clear what Steam's view on blockchain games is, although there are a lot of blockchain-enabled games currently running on Steam. I imagine the blockchain parts of it will have to happen externally, so via web or mobile wallets, rather than being embedded into the PC game. Which would obviously be kind of simpler to some degree. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World. Please do subscribe to the channel, and see you again soon.